Buy the fucking dip. Buy the dip when it comes to APLD. That's it, my friends. This sums up the video. That's it, everybody. Have a good day. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye. No. In today's video, this is going to be a bullish video on APLD. So if you're an APLD holder, hit the thumbs up button. But today's video is going to have three main segments. The why, the what, the where. The why, we're going to be talking about the catalyst that the APLD is slipping on. The what, we're going to need some stock analysis. The where, I'm going to tell you guys where to get in and where to get out. So without further ado, hit the thumbs up button. And now let's get to work. Now, APLD has gone ahead and it has performed above and beyond our expectations. Okay, this is a ticker which I thought when it was trading at like 10, 11 bucks, I said it's going to 15 to 20 by the end of this year. Well, it peaked at $40. All right, now why do I say peak? We'll talk about why I think that this is the peak for this ticker, at least for this year. But let's watch that video that I came up with, okay? Because it was really interesting. This video came out July 31st, okay? July 31st. Listen to what I said.
This is just the beginning. APLD is only getting started. Mark this video, my friends. APLD could easily be heading upwards of the $15 to $20 range by the end of this year. Extremely dilutive APLD.
It's at 10 bucks. I mean, it's kind of crazy to think about it, right? How far this ticker has truly come. But I think that at the end of the day, right, this is one of those tickers which, you know, the demand from the markets, from the broader markets is truly there. But what we're seeing right now is we're seeing a crunch down on everything tech related, right? And anything that has seen a lot of success and has built up a lot of gains is just giving the gains away. And I think it's partially because people are kind of selling the greens and buying the reds. And, you know, APLD's, you know, incurred a lot of gains, right? I mean, it's gone from $10 to 25, which is over a freaking 100% rally already, right? And that's the levels that it's sitting at right now, freaking $26. So let's get talking about the why. Now, why do we talk about the why first? We talk about the why because in order to predict the future, we first need to understand the past, and we want to know whether or not this selling off that we've been seeing over here, does it make sense or not? Is it reasonable at all? Now, if you are a APLD holder, comment down below how many shares do you own. That's it. Just how many shares, or comment down below at what average do you own shares, right? Maybe if you want to do both, you can do both. But if you don't, go ahead and do so. And if you don't want to do neither, just hit the thumbs up button because I'm interested in knowing how many people are shareholders of APLD. Now, let's get to work. So, what's really going on here? Well, the company today had some news regarding it's interesting because it was actually pretty good news, right? So let's go over here and let's read the news. So it says Applied Digital advances AI factory build out with a second 787.5 million draw from McCree Asset Management. Now, the reality is that when you actually read through this, right, I think that a lot of people think that this is actually dilutionary, but it's really not dilution at all, right? I think that, you know, an equity financing and a common stock financing are two different things. And we're not really seeing a common stock financing right now at all. And I think that all we're seeing is the company go ahead and actually, you know, invest in the research and development and truly, you know, give people what they want, which is, I think it's bullish again, right? It really depends from what aspect you look at it, because I always tell you guys, right, the stock is on the company and the company's on the stock, and there are certain things that affect the stock negatively, but on the other hand, there are certain things that affect the stock negatively and affect the company positively, and vice versa. And I think what we're seeing right now, a lot of people are taking this for dilution. But first of all, this is not really dilution, okay? It at least doesn't dilute their common stock, which is what we trade, right? And I think that at the end of the day, it's one of those things that does really set up the company for better long-term growth. You get what I'm saying? So I think APLD is in safe hands. And, you know, at the end of the day, right, listen, every stock is red right now in the broader markets, right? I think it's important to also remember that. I think, you know, you can't be too hard on a ticker that was trading at $40 and now it's sitting at 26. It's about a 30% gains. That's true. Yes, it's correct. But almost every single stock is down about 30% from their peaks. So if you really take that into account, you realize that, hey, you know what? This is just what's happening in the broader markets. Now, the reason why I think that what we're getting right now is really tough when it comes to anticipating whether or not APLD is going to go ahead and actually reach $40 by the end of this year already, which I think is extremely, extremely unlikely. I'll tell you guys why. Is because I'm going to listen, and this is going to sound a little bit bearish and it's going to sound a little bit fear-mongering, but unfortunately, guys, I don't believe that Jerome Powell is going to cut rates come December. I don't think so. I don't think he's going to do so, because if you look at the markets have been doing very well, right? The markets have been doing very well, and I understand that the tech sector has been suffering, but Jerome Powell, the way he works is that he doesn't go ahead and actually, care much about a specific sector, but rather he cares about the broader market. So if the broader markets were in shambles, he would come out and he would prioritize cutting rates just to kind of give the markets a little bit of a breathing room and kind of, live through it all. But I think that what we're seeing right now is we're seeing the SPY close to its all-time highs. So in his brain, he's going like, hey, you know what? What better time to freaking cut rates than right now, where the SPY is already near its all-time highs, and we can also kind of give the economy a little bit of a breathing room, right? So I think that unfortunately we're not going to see that, and once that comes out, the news that comes out that he's not going to cut rates, the market's going to be in shambles. And already we heard that we're not going to be getting the jobs report for November, I believe it was, or October, or whatever it was. Let's see. Impacts government shutdown. The little experience. Let's see where was it? I saw it. I saw it today. Let's see. Shutdown. Yes. So next week. Okay. That's important. They pretty much said that it's pretty much impossible for us to get access to the November data. And one of the things that Jerome Powell said, or October data, I think it was October or November, I'm not sure, but one of the important things that Jerome Powell said in his speech was that they're not going to make decisions, they're not going to be cutting rates unless they see the data, right? So now we're hearing, hey, you know what? We're already lacking the October data, and the November data is also in shambles kind of right now. Like, we're not really sure whether they're going to get access to it or not. And then once they get the November data, they're not even sure if December come, he's going to like the November data and whether or not he's going to go ahead and cut rates, right? So again, it's this whole, market thing going on, where the reality is the reason why we're seeing APLD see so much bleeding is because of the broader markets. And, I always tell people, I say, these are the hard times. These are the hard times that people panic. These are the hard times where people say, oh, the markets are just not for me. I'll come back when the markets get hot again. But what you don't understand is that it's the participation in these moments that ends up actually building up your portfolio for the longer term. If you only come around when the markets are hot, what's going to happen is that the moment you join, you're going to have a good week, 2 good weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a month or two. Then you're going to be hit with another major pullback in tech, like we're experiencing right now, right? So I think it's one of those things that I always tell people, I say, just see it through, right? Just live to see another day when it comes to the storm. Just weather the storm, because there will be rainbows and sunshine after this right over here, right? So I think it's one of those things, man, where I think that you just got to hold on to your shares and, not panic set at all, because I do see this ticker getting back above the $40 levels in 2026. So I'm super excited. I'm super excited about what, the upcoming months for, or the upcoming year for APLD, because I think APLD right now is truly one of those leaders in its industry that people are paying attention to. And, anytime good news comes out, people are ready to jump on board, and it gives us those massive plus 20%, plus 30% gains out of nowhere, okay? Now, obviously, as the company's market cap is growing, we're going to see less of those super volatile days. However, it is a ticker that is capable of those big green days, okay? And I think it's something for you guys to consider before going out and cutting your losses. And understand, hey, listen, you know what? This ticker is really only 3 good days away from getting back above this $33 level, from retesting this $37 levels again, right? And, when I think about my positions like that, it kind of, it allows me to kind of just go to sleep easier, because trust me, if you think you're seeing red, I'm seeing blood. All right. And I always tell people, I say right now, the best thing to do is kind of hold back up from just swing trading, unless you're buying more long-term stocks and planning on holding through 2026 potentially. Right now, the best thing to do is honestly just day trade, right? Is day trading these tickers, buying the lows, selling them a little bit higher for 10, 15% gains, 20% gains, 30% gains. That's really the way to go. Now, if you guys want to day trade alongside us every single day in our private community, check it out, because right now we do have a 50% sale for the next 10 members that join part of our Black Friday event. I'll show you guys what it looks like. We already have over 400 members plus coming back month after month. So we have day trade alerts, swing alerts, option alerts. We have small account challenges. We have dividend section in our community. We have a crypto section. We have a Q&A. We have lessons. You name it, you got it, okay? And our alerts are extremely inclusive. This is what it looks like. So we give it a ticker. We give it an entry. We give it an exit, we give it a stop loss. We also tell you how many shares to buy in your portfolio, which makes us very unique. So the share size which we give you guys, so as you guys can see, it says 200 shares in a 10K account for a 10K size. So we use 10K account as a benchmark. So let's say you have a 50K account, you buy 5 times this number. Let's say you have a 30K account, you buy 3 times this number. We just use a 10K account because it's easy to multiply however size your portfolio is. Let's say you have a 5K account, you divide this number by 2 and you go from there. Simple and easy. It's really that simple. And back in the day, we used to do a 7-day free trial. This one actually kind of split a little skin. I was like, close it there, that's 1,600. But the rest of it, I kind of explain over here why it's important to go ahead and have dynamic position sizing. Back in the day, we used to offer a 7-day free trial. My man Wilson says, hi Sam, thank you for our work on the community. My 7 days trial finish was great. I thank you for a membership this week. He brought in 7K in 7 days. Okay, I mean, that's great, all right? Off of a free trial. Now we no longer do a 7-day free trial. Now we do a 2 weeks free trial and a 30 days money back guarantee on top of that. I mean, it really doesn't get any better than this. If we jump to literally today, if you look over here, November 12th, Chinso says, thank you at Sam and the rest of the mentors. I've been here for almost 1 week. And not every day is a green day, but 100% more winners than losers. Plus, I've learned more here this week than the 7 months I've traded on my own. I'll be sticking around after. I don't know why you're talking shit, Chinso. Okay, every day is green. I'm joking. Obviously, not every day is green. It doesn't work like that, right? Over here, we have another person saying, thank you at Sam for creating this opportunity for newbies like me who didn't know a damn thing about the stock market to have access to professionals like HUSC and Millimos to show me the way. I will forever be grateful for you guys. I can now make money instead of losing money in the stock market. You guys rock. I appreciate you guys. Wonderful, man. Wonderful. God bless. Let's do a little random scroll. There we go. Joel Neal says, started a small account to test out some swing trades. I'm grateful to Simon Capital against book pick for recent ones. Thank you so much. I'm definitely sticking around. So this guy's smart. He started a small account on the side to see how we perform, and then he's like, okay, you know what? These guys are legit. I'm gonna use my real money. It's kind of smart, I respect it. $46,000 for Annie over here. Granny Slayer says, a couple of years ago, I was down in the trenches, absolutely beyond fucked, made every single mistake in name and wouldn't learn from it. Lost way more than I could afford and was so close to giving up. Decided to give it one last chance to find mentors. Now I'm almost back to the green with the help of Sam and everyone else. Words can't describe it, but Sam, you helped me way more than you could know. Thank you so much on all the shot callers. The Robin account is my own doing. Really don't know what the fuck I was doing. The Momo account, I started enjoying the server. Truly a lifesaver. So this is him. There's him with us. God bless. God bless. God bless, man. I'm proud. I'm proud of what we built. Anyways, give it a shot. The link is in the comment section in the description. All right. 2 weeks free trial, 30 days money back guarantee. Next 10 members, 50% discount. Why next 10 members, 50% discount? Because we want to reward the action takers, not the procrastinators. Not the guy that says, oh, I want to join, but I need to talk to my wife so my wife can ask her boyfriend if I have permission to join your free trial. It's a free trial, dude. Look at what you've done to your portfolio. Go, is this chance at redemption worth it or is it not? Okay, it probably is. It's fucking free. Okay, let me give it a shot. That's it. Anyways, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Have us in trading. Remember, don't give up, don't quit. Why? Because 90% of traders are not unprofitable. 90% of traders just quit before they become profitable. Also, remember, hit the thumbs up button if you're a shareholder and comment down below what your average is or how many shares you're holding in total. Thanks for watching. Your boy Sam from Apld Academy.